1986, before seatbelt laws went into effect, or had even been proposed, my mom, at age 17 and a senior in high school, was involved in a head-on collision that launched her through her windshield. My mom was not wearing her seatbelt. She broke both of her femurs, her wrist, and had her jaw wired shut. She's lucky to be alive. Her car was not as lucky. The front end of it was bent upward from the impact. Accident reconstructors said that if she had been wearing her seatbelt, the car would have crushed her in the accident, and she wouldn't have made it. My mom is one of thousands of people that are alive today because they weren't buckled up. I believe that wearing a seatbelt should be left a choice of the driver of the car. First, I'll explain how seatbelt laws hinder American freedom. Then I'll talk about studies that have been done on driver fatalities with and without seatbelts. And last, I will retouch on my personal example and explain how it's luck of the draw. Seatbelt laws infringe on a person's rights as guaranteed in the Fourth Amendment. The Fourth Amendment to the United States Constitution says the rights of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the person or things to be seized. So, if you are in your own personal vehicle, why should someone be able to peer into it and see what you are doing, and then charge you without probable cause or any type of warrant? It's not constitutional. Laws are made to protect people from other people. We don't need or want protection from ourselves. Another example, other than seatbelt laws, for this would be the law to have personal liability insurance. Because if you get into an accident, it's right that you have insurance to cover the person that you may have caused harm to, but who says that you need coverage for yourself? The same goes with wearing a seatbelt. During our last presidential election, there was a huge push to keep the government out of our bedrooms and out of our wallets. Yet we allow them in our cars. We are constantly pushing for less government regulation, so why are we allowing them to dictate what we do every time we get into the driver's seat? According to an article published in Time magazine, John Adams, a professor at the College of London, has been looking at the numbers for 25 years and found that mandating the use of a seatbelt in 18 different countries has resulted in equal to more road accident deaths. Other studies have resulted in concluding that when drivers are forced to buckle up, they actually drive more recklessly because of the added sense of security. If we are mandating that seatbelts be worn to protect from car accident fatalities, what mandates will be next? Cigarettes? Diets? No. What the government does is inform the people of the dangers of what cigarettes can do and the benefits of a healthy diet. People are allowed to decide for themselves if they want to continue to smoke, even though studies have proven that cigarettes cause cancer. I told you already about my mom's accident in 1986. She's the reason I chose to speak about this today. She was involved in another car accident, a very serious one, about a month ago. She was T-boned in Waldorf at 60 miles an hour. Her car flipped over many times before finally coming to a rest. And this time she was wearing a seatbelt, and this time it saved her life. You're never ready to get into a car accident, and nobody can predict the outcome. Scientists can run crash tests of all different varieties, but until an accident occurs, there's no telling what the results will be. Sometimes your seatbelt can save you, and sometimes it can kill you. So why not leave the choice of whether you want to wear it up to you? And I have a visual aid. This is her car on Crane Highway in Waldorf, Maryland, after being T-boned by someone who was texting and driving.